If you have followed the series so far, you should be at the point where you're cutting out the soundboard and the back of your ukulele. Line up the body of your uke with the centre line of the soundboard and draw an outline around the body, leaving about a 10mm gap. Follow this process for the back of the uke as well, and then take it over the bandsaw to cut it out. I'm going to use a laser cutter to cut out my F-holes. If you don't have a laser cutter, you could either cut this with a scroll saw, a router or a Dremel. The first thing I'm going to do is cut out a template using some scrap wood or MDF. The two lines I've engraved at the top and the bottom of the soundboard are to help me line up the centre line. When the cut's finished, I can take out the MDF, replace it back in the same position, and then get my actual soundboard and line it up with the centre line. I can then repeat the cut and complete my sound holes for the actual soundboard. With the template that's been cut out, you can use it to mark out where the bracing is going to go. Bracing on the soundboard performs a couple of different functions. Firstly, it strengthens up the top of the ukulele, and secondly, it allows it to vibrate sufficiently to produce a warm and resonant tone. There's an infinite number of bracing patterns you could use, but I'm going to make my own up and modify it using some vibration analysis. Once you've marked out where the bracing needs to be cut, take it to the bandsaw and cut it to those lengths. Lay the cut pieces out on your template and mark them with a number so you can keep track of where they are. Sand each piece until they fit very accurately together. Once you're happy with this, you can glue your work onto the actual soundboard. Mark out the underside of the soundboard so you know where to lay all your bracing. Spread some glue out on the largest sections of bracing first and place them in the desired location. If you're gluing one brace to another, don't forget to put a little bit of glue on the end of the brace to fix them rigidly together. Here I've glued the main X brace on first, and I'll tape it down into position and then put some weight on it to hold it there. When that's dried, I'll put smaller bits of bracing on, tape them and put some weight on it. And here's what the pattern looks like. When forced under vibration, you can find the soundboard's resonant frequency by putting sand on the top of the soundboard and adjusting the frequency. When you reach one of the natural harmonics of the soundboard, you'll notice that the sand will move into position and stay there, forming a few different patterns of nodes and antinodes. Using a chisel, I'll scallop the ends of each of the braces all the way down to the soundboard. You may want to do this in a couple of other locations, depending on what your bracing pattern looks like. You can also put a profile on the bracing by using the chisel on an angle. And now we have a completed soundboard.